This is the Aero Stadium in the Beyblade X anime. It is huge, it's sleek, and it makes Beyblades literally fly by launching them off the X rails. It is so cool, in fact, that Hasbro made a real-life version of it. And you know, the second that thing released, I bought it immediately. However, this thing kind of sucks. Compared to the anime, it's tiny. It's got this ugly plastic dome. The rails are too tall for the Beyblades, and heck, why is it blue? It looks and performs nothing like the anime. The only similarity is that the rails launch Beyblades into the air, which I will admit that is pretty cool. But for such a cool idea, the design is so poor. So I decided to make it my mission to make an anime accurate drop stadium that's actually big, that actually makes Beyblades fly, that actually looks like the stadium in the show in real life. Now, I've been extremely busy these last couple of weeks, so to help me model this stadium, I reached out to Beyblade X Stadiums on TikTok to help. He's made giant crazy Beyblade stadiums before, so I knew he was the right guy, and lucky for me, he responded and was super willing to help out with the project, and this is the stadium that he modeled up. First off, the stadium is pretty big, much bigger than the Hasbro Drop Stadium. Its design is also much more inspired by the actual anime stadium. Instead of a plastic dome, it's the clean sloped arches that surround the entire arena. And not only that, the actual drop is huge, so Beyblades will be flying from extreme heights. It also includes an inner extreme line for extra craziness in battle. If you guys want to print this stadium yourself, I think Beyblade X Stadiums has the files for this stadium for sale on his website. I'll have it linked in the description. Anyway, with the Beyblade Stadium modeled, it's now my turn to print, assemble, customize, and paint this stadium to look as accurate as possible to the actual drop stadium in the anime. That's literally all day one was. This thing was so chunky that it took 15 hours to print just one piece of it. One piece took 15 hours to print, and I have to print like 13 more of those. Oh my gosh, I am cooked. If you're wondering why there wasn't a video last week, it's because this thing was taking so freaking long. Anyway, for the next couple of weeks, my printer was working overtime, printing piece after piece after piece, and oh my gosh, I wasted so much filament. I bought this huge box of plastic PLA filament, and I went through most of it. But finally, everything was printed, and it only took like 2 weeks of my life. And now it's time to take apart the supports and actually assemble it. Oh my gosh, guys, this thing looks awesome. It took so long to print, but I gotta say, it was kind of worth it. This thing looks so cool. It is so big. This is what a normal stadium looks like, and this is what the giant anime drop stadium looks like. But it's not finished yet. There are still some imperfections. When you 3D print, usually you end up with a bunch of print lines. It's inevitable. I mean, look at the stadium. It is glorious, but it has so many print lines. To help with that, I actually reached out and got a sponsor for this video, Fantix. This is the Fantix F2 rotary tool. It's a spinning tool that can be used to smooth out and make any 3D print look beautiful. It comes with 52 different bits, all for different types of materials and situations, and they even have a bunch of diamond bits, which are great for grinding and polishing metals, which is super useful for 3D printed Beyblades. I mean, look at this. Look how shiny I was able to make my custom 3D printed Beyblade using it. It looks glorious. The tool is also really easy to use. All you have to do is attach your bit, twist the knob to turn it on, and you can adjust the speed with this button. They also sent me their Fantix E2 electric screwdriver, which operates almost exactly the same and has every single type of screwdriver bit you can think of. Anyway, let me go ham on this stadium with the Fantix tool and some putty and primer to fill in the holes and print lines. And there we go, all the print lines are gone and we're ready to start painting the stadium. Thank you again to Fantix for sponsoring this video. Sponsors like them really help us out and give us the opportunity to make crazy videos like these. So I just want to thank you guys as well for always supporting us and the sponsors on this channel. Anyway, Fantix is also having an insane Black Friday deal on Amazon where you can get $45 off using my link and code in the description. So if you're making custom Beyblades or really any 3D prints at all, go check them out. Anyway, now let's start painting this crazy stadium.
Three hours later.
My camera ran out of batteries, but as you can see, there is a giant mess on my floor. It was super messy. It took me, I think, around 2 hours to do, but honestly, this thing looks amazing. Look at the stadium. It looks just like the anime. Oh my gosh, it's so good. It was definitely worth the mess. But yeah, anyway, next up, now that the stadium is fully printed, our next step is to seal all the paint and make it glossy using Mod Podge. Oh my gosh, look at my hands. And we're gonna use Mod Podge to kind of seal the paint so it doesn't chip, and it also makes the stadium a lot smoother so Beyblades will have a better time battling on it. So yeah, let's go apply the Mod Podge real quick. And there we have it, an anime accurate drop stadium. And now the only thing left to do is battle on it. Okay. After weeks of making this stadium, it is finally done. And again, it looks amazing. I haven't tested it at all. This is gonna be my first time launching a Beyblade on it. And I thought, why not use the 2 Beyblades that came in the Hasbro Drop Stadium? This is honestly the reason you buy the Drop Stadium, because you get Hover Wyvern and Impact Drake, 2 pretty good Beyblades. Impact Drake has really good parts. Hover Wyvern, I don't even need to say it, it is amazing. So let's do our first test battle with these guys. All right, ready? 3, 2, 1, go! Okay, oh my gosh! It's on. Oh my gosh! This stadium is crazy! Sorry, I freaked out before I could even launch the other Beyblade. That was insane! Did you see that? Hover Wyvern was literally jumping all over the place. Okay, let's try that again. All right, Hover Wyvern. Impact Drake, let's see it. Oh, using the inner extreme. Okay, I think our goal is we gotta launch the Beyblade hard enough to use, obviously, the drop stadium up here. So I think that's our goal for the video. Get a really cool drop launch down there and Hover Wyvern cleans up. So I think for that, let's try to use some different Beyblades. Oh my gosh, do I just go Shark Scale? Do we just start off crazy with Shark Scale? Let's do it. You know what, why not? We'll do Shark Scale against Wizard Rod. 2 competitive beasts. Let's put Rod in the middle and then Shark Scale. Let's see it. Okay. Oh! That was so cool. I love how there's just a wall here. So usually that's the extreme pocket. So if you launch your Beyblade too hard, it goes straight to the extreme pocket. But because there's a wall, the Beyblade bounces off. It's able to ricochet into the middle. You have to hit your Beyblade really hard to get the stadium out. And don't get me wrong, it is possible. You saw that Hover Wyvern battle. I totally believe it could happen. Let's pick 2 aggressive Beyblades next. You know, I gotta do Phoenix Wing, and then why not Tyranno Beat? It's already the jumping Beyblade. Maybe it can jump on this top rail. We haven't seen the top rail used yet, but I still believe that it can happen. There we go. There is Phoenix versus, it jumped up. Oh, see, there's the stadium now. This stadium is so crazy. We haven't seen a Beyblade use this top rail to fly yet, but the Beyblades are definitely still flying. You know what, let's try that again. There we go. There is Phoenix, and there is, it jumped off that rail right there. Oh man, I feel like Tyranno Beat could have done it if its bit wasn't so unbalanced. It almost rid the rail there. Okay, you know what? This stadium is actually a lot of fun. I kind of want to do a tournament. So let me pick 8 Beyblades and we'll do a quick little tournament in the stadium. Okay, so these are the 8 Beyblades I picked for the tournament. First off, we have Whale Wave. He's just so heavy and I'm really interested to see how the Elevate bit acts on the stadium. Our next competitor, of course, we have Wizard Rod, probably the most powerful Beyblade. But our next competitor is an even better Beyblade at stamina. Here we have Clock Mirage. Then of course we have to enter Emperor Might. I haven't used this guy that much, you can tell, because none of the paint is chipped off, so I'm super excited for him. Then we have the Deadly Shark Scale, the classic attack type Phoenix Wing. Of course we have to enter Impact Drake, the original Beyblade of the Drop Stadium. Then finally I had to put in Scorpion Spear just because I tried to put in a bunch of Beyblades with crazy recoil because this seems like a really recoil heavy stadium. And yeah, I mean, that's why we're using Phoenix Wing, Shark Scale, and Scorpion Spear. These guys are gonna make for some insane battles. Anyway, let me randomize these Beyblades real quick. Here is the bracket on screen, which my editor Felix will put on screen. Thank you in advance, Felix. So our first battle will be Wizard Rod versus Scorpion Spear. All right, let's do this. First to 2 points, everything counts as 1 point. 3, 2, 1, go shoot. There we go. Wizard Rod versus Scorpion Spear. All right, let's see. Oh, you said, you said. But then it flew off because it attached to this like silver piece right there and jumped out of the stadium. That was still really cool. All right, I'll give it to Wizard Rod though. That's 1 point to Wizard Rod because Scorpion Spear just self-KO'd itself right there. Oh! Bro, it's like a death machine. It almost made a hole in my wall, guys. Okay, you know what? I'm not gonna count that. 2 self-KOs in a row. I will give Scorpion Spear a little bit of grace, so the score is still 1-0. Go Scorpion Spear! All right, there we go. An instant burst. The score is 1-1. So the score is 1-1. Wizard Rod going crazy. Even going on the top rail right there versus Scorpion Spear. Okay, solid hit right there. Scorpion's going crazy. Counter attacking. Oh, is it enough though? I don't think it's enough. I think Rod has this. Wow, that was a solid hit right there. This stadium is so much fun when it's not sending Beyblades flying at your neck. So Wizard Rod won the first battle, but as for the second battle, we have Shark Scale versus Whale Wave. These are 2 pretty aggressive Beyblades, so let's see how this battle... Oh, he burst him! I thought Shark Scale was the one that burst. Bro, the collisions in the stadium are insane. Because the walls are so high and so thick, Beyblades, when they get hit, they don't get knocked out. They just ricochet back and it creates giant explosions. Looky, I am kind of fearing for my life. All right, there we go. Whale Wave. Shark Scale. Oh! That almost like impaled me in the stomach. It went so fast. Oh my gosh, okay, well I'm happy those battles are over. Shark Scale takes it. I almost died twice. If you are printing this stadium at home, be warned. Round number 3, here we have Clock Mirage versus Phoenix Wing. Alright, let's do it. There you go, Let's try that again. Oh my gosh, it's doing what it does best, explode. Okay, take 2. Clock Mirage versus Phoenix Wing. Oh, yes! Did you see that? It did! Yes! It did! That was so cool! It did a sky attack. That was awesome. Granted, it did miss. And then it ricocheted off and jumped out. I guess in this stadium, this is the extreme pocket. But still, that was awesome. All right, well, 1 point to Clock Mirage. I think stamina and defense types are better in this stadium because while attack types are awesome and they do crazy ricochets like that, they tend to kind of just jump out of the stadium because they're so crazy. So yeah, we're gonna give that to Clock Mirage. And our final battle, Emperor Might versus Impact Drake. Let's see how this goes. Emperor Might's in the stadium. Go, Impact Drake! Oh! He sliced him so hard and he got like a goal. He aimed for this little window and hit Emperor Might out. That was awesome. I feel like it wasn't designed to do all these cool things like the crazy ricochets and having like pockets in these holes, but unintentionally really fun. All right, let's see it. Oh, and Emperor might smashes into my wall, but does burst, giving the battle to Impact Drake. Let's move on to round 2. And moving on to round 2. Our first round, Shark Scale versus Wizard Rod. We did do this battle earlier in the video, but I guess it's time for a rematch. So here we have it, Wizard Rod and Shark Scale. Oh my gosh! Right, what is happening? I gotta say, this stadium is awesome. All right, well that's 1 point to Shark Scale. All right, 1-0, let's see. There we go, Shark Scale, 1-0. Bouncing around like crazy. No. All right, scores 1-1. You never know what's gonna happen in this stadium. All right, go. Okay, solid hit from Shark Scale. Wizard Rod's still in it though. The Shark Scale running out of spin? It's running out of spin already. No, Shark Scale, please. If the final battle is Wizard Rod versus Clock Mirage, I'm gonna cry. You're so close, just hit him. He's teasing him. He's literally teasing him. You're right there. Oh my gosh, this is the tiniest tap in the world. Wait, I think Wizard Rod bursts. I think he bursts. He's still on his bit, but he's so tall. I'm pretty sure he bursts. His bit already came off. Do you hear that sound? That's him dying. All right, well, we'll check after. We'll check after once both Beyblades stop spinning. We'll see if Wizard Rod bursts. If it did burst, then Shark Scale gets it. But if it didn't, and it's just making weird noises, then it wins. All right, I will let it fall. We'll let it fall. Okay, moment of truth. Oh, do you see that, guys? Do you see that, guys? It bursts. Let's go! The final battle is not gonna be it's not gonna be Wizard Rod versus Clock Mirage. All right, well, Shark Scale won that, so he moves on to the finals. But as for the second round of the semifinals, Clock Mirage versus Impact Drake. Here we go, Clock Mirage, and then Impact Drake. Oh, ow! Set the Beyblade flying straight at me. All right, 1 point to Impact Drake. I was scared of a stamina final, but we might just get an attack final if these two Beyblades are destroying. I take back what I said. Maybe attack is the way to go with this stadium. Come on, do it. Oh, it was so close to riding the second extreme line. We've really only seen it once with Phoenix Wing, but when Phoenix Wing did it, it was pretty crazy. I'm pretty sure Clock Mirage wins this one. Felix, speed it up. Yep, the winner is Clock Mirage. The score is 1-1. All right, let's see it. Oh, no! It did ride the extreme line on top, but just to its ultimate doom, and it jumped out into the extreme bucket. No, that's so sad. You know what, I will give a little bit of grace. Let's give it one more try. We'll give him one more chance because he did kind of do that to himself. So let's see it. Yes, goal! And you know what? To make it fair, we'll also give Clock Mirage one more chance. So this will be the final battle of the semifinals. No matter what, no matter who wins, let's see it. Solid hit. Yes! Yes! We defeated the stamina. Get that out of here. We defeated the stamina types. So the final battle will be a battle of attack types. Shark Scale versus Impact Drake. Let's do it. Impact Drake, Shark Scale, let's see it. Oh, threw him to the top. Hit him in the middle, hit him again, come on. Yes. All right, 1 point to Shark Scale. This stadium, I gotta say, is so awesome. It is so much fun to use. Did you see that sky attack right there? Yes. Oh. Okay, and this time Impact Drake takes it. All right, so the score is 1-1. Let's see it. Oh my gosh, Impact Drake bounces it out. I guess this rubber actually does do something. Wait, that is so awesome. Impact Drake, the Beyblade that came with the original Hasbro Stadium, has won the tournament in the real-life anime Drop Stadium. So yeah, that was making the Drop Stadium in real life. This stadium is actually a whole lot of fun to use. So thank you guys again for watching. We might use it again in the future because I'm sure Jake would really want to play in it. So yeah, see you guys later. Have a nice day. LeftBurst out.